Hello, I'm here to talk to you today about careers. My name is Fiona and I'm also known as Patrick's mum, and I teach physics in high school here at Academia Cotopaxi, but I'm also an astronomer. An astronomer is someone who studies stars and galaxies and the whole of the universe. Now, Miss Laura asked me various questions, and one of those was who are the people that I work with. So I'm going to show you on a map that I have here on my computer. We are here in Ecuador, but there aren't very many astronomers here in Ecuador, so I work with people all around the world. Some of the people are in Chile, some of the people are in the US, some of the people are in the UK, which is where I'm originally from. Some of the people I work with are in Australia and even in South Korea. So I work with people from all around the world. Now, obviously, we can't meet up very often, but these days we can use Skype to keep in contact. I'm sure some of you have spoken to your grandparents or to cousins or uncles using the computer, and that's exactly how we work together. Now, how do we learn about the universe? We need various different tools, and one of them is a telescope. So let's go outside and have a look at a telescope. I have two willing volunteers who you might recognize out there waiting to have a look. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Naomi. So this is a telescope, and this allows us to see stars and galaxies and nebula a lot more closely. This is a very small telescope, but it works exactly the same way as all other telescopes that we use for research. Here we have a mirror, and that mirror is about this big. And what those mirrors do is focus the light in. Now, Patrick, can you be my volunteer, please? Stand on the chair. And you'll see that Patrick is going to put his eye to this part of the telescope here, which is called the eyepiece. And doing that, he's able to see into the universe, and you can see the stars that little bit more closely, can't you?
Yeah.
However, we have to be outside, and it's rather cold here in Quito at night, and at all the places we have telescopes it's really very cold. So we don't stand outside anymore, we actually use computers to take images. So let's go inside and let's have a look at some of the images.
Mommy, I want to jump. What does that even mean? Why?
So the telescope I showed you was quite a small telescope, but these are some telescopes that are here in Chile that are a lot bigger. This looks like something out of Star Wars with a laser shooting out of this particular telescope, and yes, it actually is a laser. This is a picture of one of the mirrors that we use in one of the telescopes. Now, the mirror that we have in my little telescope outside is about 10 centimeters across. This mirror here is actually 10 meters across, which means it's actually bigger than the classroom that you're currently sat in. Now, what have we learned by using telescopes like this to look at the heavens? Well, one of the first things we did with telescopes was to discover other different planets. Galileo and Herschel discovered some of these planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, we've always known about those planets, but Uranus and Neptune were actually discovered using a different telescope. And there used to be a ninth planet out here. There used to be Pluto as part of the solar system, and it's nothing against little people. We love little people, but Pluto really should never have been classified as a planet. What I actually work on are galaxies. I collect pictures of galaxies that look like this. This is very much like the galaxy that we live in. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. This is not the Milky Way, but it looks very much like the Milky Way. You can see here that there's this red part at the center of the galaxy. That's where very old stars live. And these spiral arms that come out, that's where all the young stars live. The blue means that new stars are being formed all the time. They make very, very beautiful pictures, do spiral galaxies. And an actual piece of my research is this image here. This is a survey of galaxies. Every little coloured dot is a galaxy. There are more galaxies in the universe than grains of sand in the beach. But this structure here is called the Sloan Great Wall. It's a structure that's hundreds of thousands of light years across. It would take light hundreds of years to be able to cross this structure. It's really a very, very big structure indeed, the largest structure we have in the universe. So the final question that Miss Laura asked me was, what are the responsibilities of an astronomer? And our responsibilities are to try and find out everything we can about the universe. We can answer questions like, how old is the universe? What's contained in the universe? However, the interesting thing is we can't answer every question. We don't know where the universe came from, and we don't know if there are other universes out there. Those are questions we'll never be able to answer. But still, there's lots to find out about our amazing universe. So if you want to be an astronomer in the future, there's still lots to learn. Study lots and lots of maths, go to university, study even more maths, study some physics, do even more years of university, do what's called a PhD, become a doctor, and you too can be an astronomer in the future. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.